Cooking's dangerous.
It is.
It's a sport. It's a dangerous sport. It's time for vodka.
Why don't we start my way, and if it sucks, then we'll do it your way.
Okay. If the stuff hits the pan and it doesn't go then you didn't do it right.
Dun, 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 dun.
We're gonna argue now about how much garlic to put in.
Okay.
Oh. That's a terrible idea.
Nope, that's how I'm gonna work it. Watch.
That's a terrible idea.
Here we go.
Do the flip, do the flip, flip.
I'm a little nervous to try it just because I cooked it.
Like potato mush. Why did we choose this dish? Hello everybody, welcome back to quarantine. Today we're cooking, which is pretty scary because we're not good cooks, so.
And not only that, we're gonna try and cook something we've never cooked before.
I don't know that I've even ever eaten this before. So we're making, what is it even called?
It's a
Spanish
Spanish
omelet.
omelet.
Spanish omelets. What that is, we don't really know. We were scrolling through Facebook and I said, ooh, that looks good. And it has the ingredients of what we have here in the house. So we are going to whip up an omelet.
Maybe.
Maybe. It's debatable whether or not we'll succeed. Come along with us for the journey. Okay, Aaron's in charge of cooking.
Oh, I'm in charge.
I don't know. I don't like chopping and all that shit. I'll just backseat drive.
Yeah, that's...
I'll tell you how to do it.
You'll tell me all the ways I'm doing it wrong.
I'll tell him what he's doing wrong.
First up, we're peeling potatoes because they're gonna get sliced up into real thin slices. And that's gonna be the bulk of what goes into the Spanish omelet. So you have to peel them first, and then we'll make tiny slices, and then we'll cook them. Oh.
Did you just cut yourself?
No.
We just sharpened my sister's knives and they are so sharp. I've already taken like a huge chunk out of my finger. And so Aaron's like being very careful while he's cutting these potatoes because they're like extremely sharp. Like just the tiniest bit, it'll just like slice that skin right open. Cooking's dangerous.
It is.
It's a sport. It's a dangerous sport. You need to fry these.
I didn't, that's what I was saying I wasn't doing.
How are you cooking potatoes?
Like just cooking them.
You have to fry them, or you have to boil them, or you have to bake them. That's how you cook potatoes.
This is what I was talking about. So already I can't cook them the way I want to. Now I have to change my whole process.
I don't know what you're thinking you're doing. You can't just cook all those potatoes in that tiny bit of oil.
Yes, you can. That's how I make breakfast potatoes.
Are these breakfast potatoes?
They basically are. How would you like me to cook them?
I don't know. I just want them to be cooked, I guess.
Well,
So you have to...
why don't we start my way, and if it sucks, then we'll do it your way.
Okay.
So, this is how I cook my breakfast potatoes.
All right.
I don't want a lot of oil. Like, I don't want these deep fried.
Pro tip. Always heat your pan before you put the oil and the ingredients in it, because if the stuff hits the pan and it doesn't go then you didn't do it right. And you don't want the oil to burn, so you don't want to put the oil in too early. These are things we learned from MasterChef, Gordon Ramsay.
Sure.
We might not like to cook, but I think at least we know some things about cooking.
We like to watch people
We like
cook.
to watch people cook, and then we like to eat, so we just don't like to do the work. It's a lot of work.
I was
A
planning
lot of
on,
mise en place.
I was planning on salt and peppering this.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, just
Great.
well.
I think we need a drink for this. It's time for vodka. Okay, now we've got vodka. This is gonna get a lot better. Cheers.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a little strong. Okay, so we've got onions are ready to go in, and the garlic.
Yes, which is back here as well.
So the recipe calls for chopped garlic, like a bulb of garlic, but I just figured when I was placing my Instacart order, which is how we've been getting all of our groceries delivered for the past, how long have we been here? 7 weeks?
Something like that, yeah, something ridiculous.
6 weeks maybe we were here. It's all a blur.
3 years.
Yeah. But everything's come from Instacart, which has been actually very nice. I'm very happy to pay the extra you know, $30 in fees and tip to just get everything delivered straight to my door. Anyway, chopped garlic, bulb of garlic, but I am lazy, and so we got just canned, jarred, minced.
Yeah, I can't stand peeling and chopping garlic. It's like one of my few things that I really hate when cooking. So.
And you can put in the garlic juices. I'm a big fan of garlic. Like, Aaron's already, we're gonna argue now about how much garlic to put in, but put a little bit of the juice.
So we'll let these cook for a couple seconds, and then we'll put the garlic in because the garlic's minced so much smaller. We don't want it to burn, and then it turns bitter and gross.
Little TikTok breakdown. Ready, go. Give me that garlic.
Is that okay?
Give it to me. Give me a little juice. Give me a little juice. Yeah. I wonder what the difference between a frittata and a Spanish omelet is. I also read that they're called Spanish tortillas. Like, that's what they call them. Not that it's an actual tortilla. But I think maybe a frittata you have to bake, which I might be a little bit more partial to. Like, it would probably be a good idea if you put it in a cast iron pan and baked it, instead of having to do this crazy flip maneuver, which we're gonna have to do, which is scary. So, I don't know. Who knows the difference between a frittata and a Spanish omelet?
I wonder what the difference between this and the quiche is, too. Like, they all seem kind of similar.
I feel like a quiche is more like a pie, which is kind of what we're making.
Yeah,
I think a
like,
quiche has crust, like a pie crust.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
And then it's like filled with egg and like the same kind of just like chopped ingredients.
It's time to make the chickpea batter, and it's just a simple 1-to-1 ratio of chickpea flour to water, and then salt and pepper to taste.
So the chickpea flour is really good because it gives it like an eggy consistency.
Right, but
it's
not
like good,
flavor.
Yeah, it has it. It's kind of fluffy.
You could probably use something like just egg, maybe, but it might not be the right consistency in the end.
Sure. And a little bit of black salt would help make it get that eggy flavor.
Because this is going to be, it's like tofu in terms of it doesn't have any flavor. So it kind of just picks up whatever you put into it, which is why we put onions and garlic and things like that in there.
So tomorrow is Mother's Day, which is kind of why we started making this. And the rest of my family is just ordering like some other restaurant, but it's not vegan at all. So I was like, oh, I'll make something. And so that's kind of where we got onto this. Like, I was gonna make like a tofu, like a scramble, like a hash or something, and then I saw this, so Spanish omelet it is. So we have two options. One option is we make a giant one, because I think we have too much filling, and I don't think it's gonna be enough. And so there's two pan sizes. So the video that we watched has like a smaller pan, but I think if we doubled the batch, we could use the larger pan. But the point is to make it kind of like fat. You don't want it to be like too thin, like an omelet. Like an omelet.
Yeah, you want this to be more like a cake.
Yeah, like it should be stacked, like layered. So that's a conundrum. Let's see. Let's put half in, see what it looks like, and go from there.
Yeah, because we don't know exactly how it's going to react once it starts to cook. Like,
right. I think it's supposed to
expand
expand because it's supposed to get like fluffy. What if it's just terrible?
Could be. Maybe that's why we do one and try it, and if it sucks, we come up with a backup plan for tomorrow. I don't necessarily see how it could be terrible, but... yeah, 5-minute timer. I'm kind of excited for this.
I am too.
Look at us.
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 So what are we looking for? It's supposed to be brown.
We're looking to see if it's browned. Ideally, we want to see it start to kind of, almost like a pancake, start to bubble at the top where it'll start to solidify. I think that's what's going to be helping us to do the actual flip part. So first, let's check the bottom. Well, I guess first, let's check the top. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, here it comes.
Here we go.
Moment of truth.
I'm terrified.
So I think what I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna do something here.
What are you gonna do?
I am not going to flip it onto the plate and then scrape it off the plate because we have this ridge here that I think is gonna screw that up.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slide it out and then flip the plate over.
That's a terrible idea.
Nope, that's how I'm gonna work it. Watch.
That's a terrible idea.
Here we go.
No.
Yep.
The whole point is that you're gonna lose.
Nope, watch this. So I'm gonna do that.
All right.
And then
So you still have to flip it.
I still have to flip it, but now I can kind of do that.
Whoa. Okay, now cover it
Okay.
in 5 more minutes. Wow. Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
We made something.
How about that flip maneuver? Let's see that again in slow-mo. That.
Do it. Do the flip. Do the flip. Do the flip. Flip. Oh. I mean, I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, for a couple of people that don't know what the heck they're doing, I mean.
Yeah, I don't know what it's supposed to taste like, but.
Right. There's only one way to find out.
Yeah.
Look
Wow.
at that.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm kind of impressed. How exciting. I think it looks good.
It looks good. I'm a little nervous to try it just because I cooked it. And I'm not the greatest of chefs, but here we go. It's good. It's cooked all the way through. I would definitely add more salt and pepper to the
Okay.
mix. I think that's the only downside is that it's a little underseasoned.
Okay.
But it's got a lot of good flavor. You can get that onion, you get a little bit of that garlic. The peppers are nicely cooked. The potatoes are a bit lost in it, and maybe that's because we overcooked them. But overall, I'd eat it again.
I mean, it's like nice and fluffy. It's pretty thick. It's got a nice little char on the bottom of it. I mean, I think it would need a lot of salt to get better, but it's just kind of like a mush. Like potato mush.
So what I'm hearing is one of us likes it.
I don't know, maybe like some
Got it.
hot sauce. There's no flavor. It doesn't taste like anything. So like you're saying, some salt, but I think maybe some hot sauce. Something. It's just, the texture is fine, just it doesn't taste like anything.
Well, that's why I think we need more salt and pepper.
Maybe we add some hot sauce to the batter.
We could. It'll make it orange.
More orange, but
Yeah.
still maybe, and a lot more salt.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's just like eating like hospital food.
It's underseasoned. Like,
Yeah. Why did we choose this dish?
you were like super
Why did
excited
I want
by
to
it.
eat this? I'm excited for the next one.
Yeah, we'll see
I
what.
think we'll put some Valentinas in there. That stuff gives so much really
Yeah.
incredible flavor, and a lot more salt.
Well, probably not a lot more if we're putting Valentinas because that's
'cause
got a lot of
that's got
salt on it.
Yeah, it's got flavor to it. Okay, well,
All right. Well, I'm gonna eat a little bit of this and then clean up and round 2.
and then we'll make round 2. So one of our quarantine purchases was
I mean, that's not it.
a gallon jug of Valentinas.
Which we're making some serious progress there.
Yeah.
So, like, I put this stuff on basically everything.
It's really good. It's the best kind of hot sauce because it's not too spicy.
Right, which, I would prefer spicier, but it does have really good flavor. Like, if you
Flavor.
like Cholula, it's kind of along those lines of hot sauce, but it's pretty mild.
So I added some salt, Valentinas. Well, now it's way better. Because it tastes like something. It's way better with the hot sauce. I think if we put a little bit into the mix.
Okay.
Because it just gives it something.
The salt makes it 10 times better.
A lot
alone,
better.
so.
Okay. Well, so a little bit of salt was all that was needed. All right. Well, let's go round 2, and we won't find out until tomorrow.
That's true.
We'll find out tomorrow if it's better.
So we're about to try the second one, and for this one we made a cashew-based hollandaise sauce to put on top of there. So we'll link to that in the description down below. But let's give it a whirl. Yeah, this one's much better. It's properly seasoned. There's more salt and pepper in there. We put a little bit of hot sauce in this one, and then the hollandaise just keeps it from being too dry. So overall, good choice in doing the test one and then creating the second one.
Well, this was a fun. I'm actually pretty proud of us.
Yeah.
Like, I think they came out totally decent, especially for something we've never made, and I don't think I've even eaten in my life, vegan or otherwise.
Yeah, I think the closest thing I've ever had is like quiche or a traditional omelet. And it's definitely neither of those.
Anyway, if you guys want to see us do another video like this, let us know down below in the comments. Maybe we could like make seitan from scratch. Never done that before.
Or if there's something you want to see us make, you know, drop a recipe in the link or the name of something or something you want to see us veganize.
Oh, that would be a good one. Like, and keep in mind, we don't know how to cook really, so it's not going to turn out great. But it'll be totally decent. Most likely.
We might be able to show you what not to do.
Yeah. How don't you cook this? Anyway, this was fun. I had fun.
Yeah, had a good time.
So we'll see you next time.
See ya. It's a new hairstyle for you.
Yeah. I tried to look cute.
It's time to make the chickpea mash. It's time to make. It's time to make the chickpea sauce. Like
Flour. I think it's a
batter.
like concoction.
Batter is the word.
Okay. It's gonna be hot.
I know it's hot.
You're just gonna shove that in your mouth,
I'm gonna blow on it first. I know how to eat hot food.
and then you go. $10 that runs the shit out of your mouth. Wow.